This Nampa area near Ustick and Midland could be the home of an 865,000 square foot warehouse for Tractor Supply Company, but not everyone in this neighborhood is on board with the plans. That's because just across the street, neighbors are moving in a new development and more houses are still being built. I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell, and I wanted to talk with city agencies to learn how projects like this get approved or denied.
It felt very like it was under our noses.
What was once an open field at the corner of Midland and Ustick in Nampa could soon transform into a warehouse for Tractor Supply Company. Plans for the project show a small section of the 865,000 square foot space would house hazardous materials, which prompted some neighbors to speak out against the project. The director of Nampa's Planning and Zoning tells me even before receiving an application, the city determines factors such as zoning, design, and conditions placed on construction. Government agencies like the Idaho Transportation Department, police, and fire departments can offer feedback once an application is submitted. I caught up with Nampa Fire after finding public documents that show they told Planning and Zoning the building's design considerably exceeds fire and building codes. Just because you, as the fire marshal, get this application from Planning and Zoning doesn't mean that you necessarily want or don't want it. It just means that it meets the code.
Correct. When I get these applications, I just review them to make sure they either meet or do not meet code, and then I supply a letter of comments that will give reasons why either I do agree with the approval or not. And then on top of that, they've increased the sprinkler protection. So think big water fast. So they get more of that. Throughout the entire facility, they've increased the density and amount of water.
Planning and Zoning has received many comments, however, in regards to the safety of hazardous materials stored on site, everyday items similar to turpentine and diesel. The storage area, 3% of the total space, about 26,000 square feet, led one neighbor to start a petition urging City Council to deny the project.
Well, I just realized how close it was to not only my community, but how close it was to schools, how it could affect the traffic, which is already busy up and down Midland. And I don't feel like a lot of people knew about it.
I asked Tractor Supply Company, why Nampa? They tell me Nampa's agricultural history aligns with their company's values, and after a competitive process and a $225 million investment, they expect the project to create 500 new jobs. The 6-member City Council ultimately will decide the fate of the project.
City Council will be making their decision on the future home of Tractor Supply Company on January 27th. From Nampa, I'm your Nampa neighborhood reporter Keith Burrell for Idaho News 6.